60% of the American public is about to lose everything they have. People living paycheck to paycheck are about to go broke. The GDP numbers came in yesterday, and of course the economy receded, which I predicted 2 months ago, and people laughed. Mark my words, the second quarter is going to be far worse.
I live in downtown Seattle, and my view is of the waterfront, and this is the last cargo ship coming in for a long time. Oof.
I've never actually seen something quite as extreme as Trump saying that he's going to lower costs on day one to now saying this.
That's my question.
Remember
the
this.
long term.
Yeah.
Is it okay in the short term to have a recession?
This. Look, everything's okay. What we are, I said, this is a transition period. I think we're going to do fantastic.
Dictator! Liar! Dictator! Liar! Liar!
Buckle up, folks, because what Donald Trump and his MAGA crew dragged us into wasn't some brilliant art of the deal. No, it was more like the art of shooting yourself in the foot in front of the entire global economy. And honestly, the consequences are truly embarrassing. If you live near a coastal city, say Long Beach, Savannah, or even the Big Beast in New Jersey, chances are you've already seen the eerie calm at the ports. Cargo ships ghosted, the clanking of containers being offloaded. That sound's been replaced by crickets and the occasional echo of regret.
All right, we're in Vegas. This is supposed to be the city that never sleeps, but there's like literally no one around here at all. And on all of our walks pretty much tonight, we've seen nobody. So, I don't know.
Remember when Trump told us that slapping tariffs on China was going to make America great again? That we'd bring back manufacturing, punish the cheaters, and reign supreme as the world's economic alpha dog? Yeah, fast forward to today, and what we've got is empty ports, skyrocketing prices, and a trade reputation so toxic even Canada is giving us side-eye.
Why did I just try to place an order on AliExpress and on Alibaba, and my total was only going to be $200 and something, and when I'm getting ready to check out, it's almost $800 because they added about $450 in taxes due to those damn tariffs. I gotta figure something out now. I'm highly annoyed.
Here's the kicker. The very people who cheered this on, regular working-class Americans who genuinely believed Trump was their economic savior, are the ones feeling the gut punch the hardest. This wasn't just a bad business deal. This was a global economic middle finger that's circling back to slap everyday Americans in the face. And don't let the MAGA memes fool you. This isn't about patriotism. This is about basic cause and effect. You can't pick a fight with your top trading partners, threaten decades of diplomacy, and expect a standing ovation. What we got instead? A full-blown economic cold shoulder and a big do not trade sticker slapped on our national forehead. Now, we're watching other nations, China, Russia, Brazil, India, form alliances, launch their own currencies, and build trade networks that operate independently of the US dollar. That's not just bad news. That's economic exile. And the scary part? Most Americans don't even realize it's happening until it hits their wallets, their grocery carts, and their job security. So, here we are, a country with ports that look like graveyards, prices that keep climbing like they've got rocket fuel, and an international community that's learned to live without us. Trump promised to run America like a business, but forgot the part where successful businesses don't alienate every customer and partner they've got. And sure, it's easy to mock the MAGA movement now, but maybe the more important question is, how do we fix the damage when so many people still refuse to admit it's broken? Is this what winning looks like? Hit the comments. We want to hear your take. And if you're into sharp, no BS stories that unpack the madness behind today's headlines, hit that subscribe button for more from TrendFeed. Because trust us, the next chapter, oh, it gets even wilder.
America is about to learn how good we actually used to have it. The ports are empty. Food isn't coming in. Goods are not coming in. Everyone who works in the shipping industry is saying we are about to face a crisis much bigger than the empty shelves during COVID. We have felt entitled in this country to freedom, to democracy, to human rights, to unlimited food and crap to buy. We got lazy and we did nothing to maintain those freedoms and those rights. We assumed that other people would do it. We stopped valuing our own education. We stopped reading. We stopped being kind to other people. We got completely hell-bent on having more stuff, on having more money, on having more whatever, having more fucking Botox in our faces. It's a false ladder that we were taught to climb. And I don't know if this current iteration of Americans has it in them to survive the Great Depression, Part 2, but I don't know if we're gonna have a choice, babe.
This country is ours. It doesn't belong to whoever is in the White House. It belongs to you. It belongs to us. It belongs to we, the people.
Now, here's where things get really fun, if you're into economic masochism. In retaliation, China and other major trade players didn't just take their ball and go home. They built a new stadium. Countries that used to depend on American markets are forming new alliances, cutting new deals, and investing in supply chains that actively avoid the United States.
China is no longer working with USA. Shelves will be very empty in the next few weeks.
It's like getting uninvited from the cool kids table and having your lunch tray flipped over on the way out. And for what? Tariffs that were supposed to protect American jobs have led to layoffs, plant closures, and farmers bulldozing soybeans into the dirt because no one overseas wants to buy them anymore.
This is the system China's building to kill SWIFT and eventually bypass the US dollar. This is part 2. mBridge stands for Multi-CBDC Bridge, and it's a blockchain platform created by China, the UAE, Thailand, and Hong Kong, along with the Bank of International Settlement. But let's cut through all these headlines here. This isn't just some pilot project. mBridge is already processing real cross-border transactions between central banks. It lets countries settle trade in their own digital currencies instantly without needing the US dollar or SWIFT. Most people don't realize that global trade relies on the USD, not because it's efficient, but because it's dominant. And mBridge flips that. No correspondent banks, no dollar lag, and no US oversight. Instead, it used permissioned blockchain run by central banks themselves. Each country mints their own digital currency and settles directly CBDC to CBDC. This is how China settles with the UAE for oil using the digital dirham and digital yuan without touching the dollar. And this isn't theoretical. As of late 2023, the MVP is live with 20 central banks either testing or watching closely. So why does this matter? Well, because this is the infrastructure for the new trade ecosystem outside of the dollar, built by states for states, and the US can't sanction what it can't see. This is the kind of system the West never expected to face, a state-grade, dollar-free payment rail. mBridge isn't competing with crypto, it's competing with SWIFT, and it's already doing what Ripple and Stellar propose. In the next video, I'll break down how RippleNet works and why the two systems are maybe not at war, but could actually be allies.
The guy at your local hardware store, paying 40% more for imported tools. Your aunt in rural Ohio, wondering why eggs now cost as much as her internet bill. Even Dollar Tree had to bump prices. Dollar Tree.
Grocery store shelves are starting to empty at Walmarts across the country, and of course grocery prices continue to soar. People who've been financing groceries on credit are starting to default on those payments. We are about to see an economic catastrophe. If you're in this 60% that has little or no money, please stop spending money. Protect your family. Trump does not care about you. Even if you voted for him, he's a billionaire. He won't suffer, but you and your family will. Please protect yourself.
The international supply chain, that invisible web of everything we touch in modern life, has quietly decided, yeah, America's a bit too messy to deal with right now. And it's not just China. Oh no. Trump's tariff tantrum somehow managed to irritate everybody. Canada, Mexico, the EU, Even little Greenland got dragged into this hot mess. Yes, Greenland.
America is about to